Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a random review today, or not a review, a random gun lesson. A couple of things that I've learned. What you'll notice here is that I have a shield. Look at that holster. Oops. Does that look like a shield holster? For those of you who don't know, it's actually a Beretta Nano holster. And the profiles fit about the same. I'm gonna say that the gun's in here very snugly because the trigger guard is slightly different. So I got that guy out, and this is my Smith & Wesson Shield no safety with the 8-round magazine, 9mm. And if you didn't know that it's 9mm, you can look over there at the top, the 9 Shield. And one problem that I've had with this weapon was that the slide lever, when locked back, will not go down. And man, like, it is really hard to push down. Like, I cannot get it to go down. So when it's locked back, there's a tab that is hooking on to the slide at this corner on the right side of that little, I don't know, what, that crevice or something. And you see from the top to bottom, the slide lock will go the slide lock tab will go anywhere from the top to the middle portion, and I can push it down with very good force towards the bottom, but that force to get that tab off the slide is a lot. I haven't measured it because A, I don't have a tool, and B, I've taken one hand holding the gun, another hand pressing down on another thumb pressing down on the slide release, and I still could not get it to go down. I mean, wow, my goodness, that is difficult. So I called Smith & Wesson. This gun was made sometime earlier this year in 2015, and one time I called multiple times. One time I called, and the lady was actually Emily was going to give me a new slide release. And I gave her my information, and just as I was giving her my information, the phone cut off because I was driving, and I like to drive while I talk because it's a good use of my time. And I'm not one of those guys that has the phones, to their ears while they're driving, because those people are normally retarded. Like, those people are more engaged in the conversation than the actual driving. I put it on Bluetooth or a headset, and I'm always looking around while I'm driving. And if you ever drive around and notice that someone's going slow, A, they probably don't have insurance, and there's a high probability that they are a minority. B, they are at the point in their life where they're of age and their response time is very slow, or they have, aging eyes, and I feel like they're a hazard to everybody on the road, because they might be driving a Buick, aka a freaking tank, and it's gonna be like an old lady or an older gentleman, probably even a grandpa. I'll just put it that way. Or what are we talking about? The no insurance person, probably a minority. The older people, or the last one is going to be someone either texting and driving, or just on the phone and not doing stuff. And they're the people causing traffic, and they just really tick me off. All right, enough of that. But anyways, she was gonna send me a slide release. I called Smith & Wesson back, and there was another guy, forgot his name. He said to actually send in the gun, but it would have taken over a month because they were closing down their facilities for some maintenance. And I'm in July of 2015, and then they said they were going to close it in August. So after that, and when they reopen, I could send the gun in, and they said they were going to polish it. But I just felt like that was a lot of time, and I'm gonna have to call them again. Hopefully I can just get a new slide release, and then maybe that might take care of the problem. Or what I could do is get some sandpaper and kind of polish up that little tab and get it to work. That's always an issue. I mean that's also a solution. And what the guy was telling me, the guy was actually way more informative, and he was telling me, hey, the melanite coating on the slide and the material on the slide release, may be having some issues, or is causing too much, sticking motion, and it should loosen up over, some rounds being shot. But I didn't really want to wait, so I'd rather have it polished. So that's something to consider. And I saw a couple of videos on it. I don't really like doing stuff myself, so I probably would rather just have it sent in and have them just kind of look over the whole gun itself. I don't think there's going to be any issues. It works great, but until the time being, I can just rack the slide back a little bit further to get the next round to go in the chamber. And also, at a training standpoint, it could be a good thing, because hey, you can learn to use the gun without manipulating that slide release, kind of like an AK, because most of them don't have bolt hold opens, so that's just something to consider. So the two things for today, yeah, the slide might be hard to push down on the Smith & Wesson Shield, and hey, this guy fits the Beretta Nano holsters, the Crossbreed Nano holsters, and I'm gonna make another video probably trying to heat this up and trying to make it fit the Shield. We'll see how that goes. And I don't work with Kydex or anything like that, but it was really hard for me to sell this guy, so it's a sunk cost to me. Like, I was really trying to give this away for like $25, and it only costs about $70. I mean, it costs like $70, so that's more than half off. I was trying to give it away. Nobody even wants it, so I'm just gonna make some modifications, and if I trash this guy, hey, nobody wanted it anyway, so my loss, whatever. Yeah, so stay tuned if you want to see that. I'll try to make it as fast as possible if anybody cared. All right, well, I appreciate you watching my video, and you stay safe out there. The weather's getting hotter. People are not in their right minds these days, so yeah, you stay safe out there, and always bring an extra magazine. Thank you, and have a safe day.